Libra. Isn't it interesting how we can lose our way thinking we're doing the right thing? No, seriously. And it's the number one way that we lose our way is we think we're being responsible, or we think that we actually have a good reason. I think the assumption is, yeah, life is going to be difficult sometimes. But we say that based on what we know we're capable of handling, not based on what we haven't even imagined having to handle. So when we come across, or we come to a situation where we have to handle something that we never even imagined handling, and we have no experience handling, we don't understand how to handle, or we never, ever, ever wanted to handle in our lives, we automatically think, okay, something is really wrong here, and I have to make another decision. I have to choose something different. And ultimately, Libra, I'm here to tell you, no, you gotta maintain your focus, because this week's reading for you guys is really all about losing focus and getting off path. And you have such a wonderful kind of like energy around you that's saying, I know myself, I know what I want now. But ultimately there was a sense of getting away from what you really, really wanted, and getting away from who you really want to be with, or really want to work with, or the work that you really want to do. There is something here that you're not sharing. You're not sharing those talents and those gifts that were God-given, and they were given to you for one reason, Libra. They were given to you because it's your soul purpose, and it is what you were supposed to figure out how to do here. But ultimately, there's just that sense of, especially with Libra, there's such a sense of being malleable and wanting to compromise, and wanting to, excuse me, sorry, the light is like right in my eye and giving me a headache. Like being willing to compromise, wanting to compromise, and being willing to switch and change, and that's a problem, because this required the utmost focus, and ultimately you've kind of been set off path. And the biggest way to get on path is to start saying no. Start saying no when other people need you. Start saying no to other people's dreams and wishes and expectations of you. Start saying no. Start setting healthy boundaries. Hold on. So ultimately, there's just a sense of so many people like getting at you, for whatever reason, making you build your boundaries too high, or making you not have your boundaries at all. But ultimately, there's just this sense of you switching directions for the opinions or the needs, especially the needs. And that's where I want to emphasize, especially the needs of other people. And that's why I opened the way that I did. It's so easy to get off track thinking that you're doing the right thing, thinking that, oh, okay, if I'm causing somebody pain, or not that you should intentionally be causing somebody pain, but that if somebody is upset, or somebody is worried about me, or somebody doesn't think that I can do it, or, this is concerning. Well, that's not your concern. That's for them. That's for them to deal with. It's not your concern that they're concerned about you. Let them be concerned about you. Let them worry about you. That's part of them caring about you. But ultimately, Libra, there's just this sense of you've really allowed yourself to get distracted, maybe even get stuck in a situation that isn't sincere to you, isn't what you really wanted out of life. And it doesn't mean that something bad is happening to you. It just means that everything that you were born for and all the abundance that's prepared for you hasn't come to you. And the reason why it hasn't come to you is because it's not the abundance in the right place. It's almost like, yes, I always say, take the opportunities where you can, and say yes to opportunities, even if they're not exactly the ones that you want. But you can't stay on that step for long. You can't set your house there. You have to keep moving on and remember your goals and aspirations. And there's definitely something here that is frustrating for you, probably because you've stayed too long, you've stayed too stagnant, or there's all these I think that's my dog. I'm sorry, I just heard something. There's all these distractions that kept pulling you in different directions. A sense of now you may even be stuck. I hate to say this, but some of us marry our mistakes. Like either literally, like marrying that person that, you know, they just needed you so much, and they just wanted you so much. And that's what you wanted. Maybe for a while you wanted to be needed, you wanted to be wanted, but that's not all you wanted, right? That wasn't your whole goal in life. There's just this sense of getting stuck, and the worst place to get stuck are those places that are okay. You know, the easiest place to stay too long, the hardest prison to escape is a gilded cage. You know, because everything around there looks so nice. It looks so beautiful. It looks so pretty. It's so expensive, but it's still a cage. And ultimately, I feel like in a lot of ways, that's what you got yourself into, or you're feeling like you got yourself into that. And the way to get yourself out of that is to get yourself back into doing every day for at least a half hour a day what it is that you really love to do. And make sure that you give that to yourself so that you remind yourself of who the fuck you are. Life is a game of improvisation, and that's where you get this card. Life is a game of, listen, maybe you didn't step out that door because you didn't know which direction to go, but what you didn't realize is all directions are a circle. So even if you get off the path, you'll come back around. There's that sense of you're not supposed to know which way to go at first. You just have to make the decision to start trying. You have to make the decision to start doing, and you're going to fail and you're going to learn, and you're going to fail and you're going to learn, and you're going to fail and you're going to learn, and you're going to fail and you're going to fail and fail and fail and learn and learn and learn until you succeed. But you only succeed if you don't stop trying. And ultimately, Libra, there was something here that said you stopped trying. Probably because you didn't know what the hell you were doing. You were lost. You didn't know which direction to go. But honestly, there is some sense of recognizing or realizing that you've gotten distracted, or that your desires and what it is that you really want, something has muddled it, something has gotten confused. And maybe the key to that is something that's deep inside your soul telling you haven't really gotten confused. You know exactly what it is you want. It's just how you're living is confused. How you're living out loud is confused. You've gotten thrown off track, but this key is like that aha moment and understanding, holy crap, I've actually, like, this is what's happening. So now you have the power, because knowledge is power, and now you have the power. Ooh, adorn the temple. You gotta get your diva on. You know, get back into doing you. Get back into showing yourself and showing up. The sense of showing off. I know that you love to be seen, and you love to be beautiful, and you love to be glamorous, and you love to be paid attention to. Continue to love to do that. Like, love that. Love on yourself. But ultimately, don't just focus on the outside. Focus on the inside. Like, is all of that glamour distracting you from what's really important? Because if it is, then it's got to go. Because the real glamour that you need is not glamour at all. It's the truth, right? Sparkle and shine. Be ready. Be ready for it, man. Be ready to stand out. Let yourself stand out. Don't be scared. Even let yourself stand out making a complete mess of things and totally fucking up. Ultimately, you just need to be seen. You just need to step out, stretch and expand. Like, throw yourself into this situation and let yourself go. Just rocket yourself in there. She don't know where she's going. She may be crashing and burning. Who the hell cares? She's just in it. You know, she's making the decision to just get in there. And ultimately, crashing and burning is part of the process, right? It's figuring out how to move from one step to another. These are the cards up front that show me you've gotten distracted. You know, maybe you played too much. Maybe other people's needs and wants. They're gonna carry you all to the direction that they want you to go in. And then where are you going to be? You're not even going to know where you are. You're going to be stuck being pulled and prodded from all different directions. And it's like, now I've gotten off track and I don't know how to get back. The way that you get back is by figuring out who the fuck you are and realizing what it is that you really want. Like, what's really important to you? What is really important to you? Asking yourself that question. And whatever it is, and no matter what it takes, aligning your soul with that purpose will give you instant happiness, right? There's still confusion, but the confusion is just the stalling point. right? Don't stall. Get out there and head in the wrong direction and then head back. But beep your horn along the way so people know where you're at and what you want. Just laugh. Play. Play and be merry and be happy and speak with love. Whatever situation you get into, if you carry these tenets of just be good to people, be respectful to people, love people, make people feel good. Ultimately, Libra, hold on. This is really interesting. Something just flipped over for you guys in the angel messages. Hold on. Just laugh and speak with love. You love laughter. Maybe you really love laughter. And that's part of the thing, that you don't laugh anymore. Or you're not around people who help you to laugh anymore, and you got to get into it. Take a breather. Take a break from all that hard work and stress, whatever you're stuck in, right? Or stuck with. You don't have to be stuck there anymore. Take a break. Fucking use the holiday as an excuse, man. There's a 4-day weekend coming up. Use the quarantine as an excuse. Use it. Use it. Use it to your own benefit. But be who you are and be who you are out loud. This is rebelling against the norm, rebelling against what's expected of you, right? Let people know that you love them, of course, right? Say thank you and don't sweat the small stuff. This could be about forgiveness too. Maybe it's not somebody else's fault that they ask you to do things for them or they want you around. It is your responsibility to speak up and say no when you just can't. Or when it doesn't align with what it is that you want to focus on. Connect with your soul family. Make sure that you're surrounded by those people who really understand you and really get you. You know, who do what you do and like what you like. Make sure that you do. Because that's what's eventually going to lead you to the right place. Say, I'm sorry. Admit. First of all, admit to them, admit to the people around them that this isn't what you really want, that this isn't, that, you know, that admission is the first step. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Just admit, hey, you know what? I'm sorry, but this isn't exactly what I want, right? This isn't my priority. And that's the truth. And I know that that's a huge bullshit piece of doo-doo for you, but ultimately, I do respect you and I do want to be around you, or I do care about you. It's not that I don't, it's that I have such a passion, not for somebody else, but something else. And I have to follow it. Just sing. There's something here. Just sing. Talk to God. Ask for help. Just sing is a way of talking to God, of sharing your gifts and talents that God gave you. A sense of almost, these cards together tells me the universe wants you. It wants to hear your gift. It wants to hear you out loud. And it's needing that. And it's missing your voice. Where have you gone, Libra? Or somebody is missing your voice. Where have you gone? Say it out loud. Believe in yourself and believe in those natural talents. Share your gifts. You were given gifts. Why aren't you using them? This is mostly about those Libras who have this tremendous amount of creative energy or potential, or have their soul purpose, like they know their soul purpose. And they've silenced themselves for some reason. And I'm speaking directly to you right now. This is the time for you to open up your mouth and croak out that first out of pitch, horrible note. But that will be like music to God's ears, because ultimately God wants to hear your voice. It's missing your voice. And you will start to get back on pitch, and you will tone up, and you will harmonize. And it's probably that you don't want to be embarrassed. That first little bit of embarrassing yourself and doing it all wrong and messing up. You know, you don't want to mess up. You don't want to be embarrassed. You have to get comfortable with being embarrassed so that you can get ready again and get prepped. You know, our first day back to the gym, we don't look so good. You know what I'm saying? Even if our outfit is tight, we don't fucking look so good on those machines. We just don't. But the bottom line is, you got to go back and hit it the next day. You got to go back and hit it the next day. Everybody has a first day. Everybody has a second day. Everybody has a first week. Everybody has a first year. You don't ever become an expert without first becoming a novice, and getting over that hump of embarrassment is quite essential for you. Let's go into the spirit guide messages, the main part of this reading. Let's go into it. This is for Libra. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. This card comes out. You're not using your talents. You've kept them hidden and kept them to yourself. You've kept them all to yourself. You're not using your talents. That card came out. Interesting. It must have gotten locked away. You know, now is the time to really show the world who you are. I heard a quote one time, Libra, and that quote was, "The world will tell you who you are until you tell it." The world is more than happy. The world will tell you who you are until you tell it. You have to stand up and shout your independence and shout your individuality and uniqueness, or they are happy to push you and pull you and pluck you and pound you into the shape that's convenient for them to mold you in. And that's why you could think, oh, I'm doing good for other people, right? I'm doing good. I'm making them happy. Everybody around me is happy. But are you happy? You got to be included in that happiness. And if people have been molding you, or you've been allowing yourself to be molded to their expectations, that's not happiness. That's complacency. Here we have what I see. The first thing I saw was know your worth. So Libra, this is time for you to shine. Time for you to stop pretending like you're not what you are. You're a little skunk, but you're trying to put on designer perfume. There's nothing wrong with being a little skunk. Maybe it doesn't live up to your expectations of perfection, and that's part of the problem. You don't define yourself and who you really are as perfection. You think you have to be something else, but that's absolutely not true. And the farther you get away from yourself, the less happiness you experience. This is it. God wants you back. Spirit has a plan for you, and he put that plan for you deep inside the day that you were born. And somehow you've had knowledge of this and access to it. But the people I'm talking to are the ones that have ignored it, or they've acknowledged it and they haven't chased it, or they stopped when the going got tough. The tough always, like the going always gets tough. This is your message. This is your message to you, Libra, saying it don't matter if it's tough. You're not allowed to give up because Spirit still needs you. You got to show up. Treasure in a trash heap. Somebody will finally pick you out and notice you. Your uniqueness. You'll stand out. Don't you worry. Also, a sense of find the good in the bad. I know there's a shit ton of bad all around. There's a shit ton of difficulty all around, but this is the mentality of, I'm going to find the interesting aspects of it. I'm going to find the charm in it. I'm going to find that positive overtone that will keep me at least asking the next question, right? Throw yourself into this like a moth to a flame. This is Sagittarius energy. This is improvise 100%. Then also a sense of, by Sagittarius season, this is in the next 2 weeks, you should find the kickoff. You should be improvising. You should be trying to figure, even if it's knocking on door to door, it doesn't matter. At least you're trying. There's got to be a change. Improvising, I just saw 555. Improvising will create a huge breakthrough for you. Just allowing yourself to get out there and mess up. The abundant universe will provide. This is Taurus energy. So you'll have the resources. You'll have the money. That's not the problem. The universe has got your back. This is saying that Libra, the universe is going to do everything that it can to ensure, that this is as easy as possible for you, but it can't do everything for you. It can't make you step outside that door. It can't make you go. You have to go, but you will be provided for. This is a great knowing and an understanding. Also a realization that you have everything that you need. This is money. Overcome any obstacle. This is like such stubbornness, and this is Taurus, which Taurus is also ruled by Venus, right? There can be a stubbornness in Venus. When she knows what she wants, she keeps going after it. And that's the kind of stubbornness that I want you to be possessed by. That sense of no matter what, I'm going to knock down this wall, or I'm going to get around this wall. I'm going to figure it out. It doesn't matter. I'm prepared, I'm capable, and I'm ready. You can do this. And then Gemini, love is all around. In other words, you can find love and acceptance in your soul tribe anywhere. You just have to keep searching. They're around, they're here, but ultimately there's just a sense of there's so many different ways for you to make a breakthrough, for you to break in. There's so many different ways, Libra. You just got to keep knocking on those doors until one opens for you, because it's there. It's there. It's all around you. Yes, there is absolutely an extended. Please go check that out. The link is below, but stay for the angel messages first. However, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, Libra. There's a new Libra specific video every single Tuesday between 5 and 6 a.m. West Coast time, California time. You can also catch my daily readings. I do Monday through Friday dailies where I chat and talk live on Instagram. So follow me there. Born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. You can also subscribe directly to the Vimeo feed if you find yourself buying a lot of the extendeds. Thank you for your patronage. And because that's what it is. It's a donation to the channel while you get your video in return. That's awesome. But you can subscribe right over there, and you'll actually have access to the extendeds a day earlier than when the link comes up over here with the YouTube video. FYI, I also debut the astrological weekly predictions. I do astrological forecasts over there. And of course, I also push them out through my email. Email blast. So if you want to sign up for those, head on over to my website. I love you guys. Let's get into the angel messages. The angel messages came out first, Libra. They came out first for you. So this came out while I was doing the original reading. While I was doing the reading, I saw this peeking out when I realized, holy shit. Heart song. What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is that which is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. Holy shit. I told you it's deep inside, and it's interesting how this comes out with just sing. Just sing. Now, I know some of you are going to take this literally and like, I'm not a singer. It's not about just being a singer. It could be for some of you. It's about finding your voice and about using it. Using your voice in the way that you're called to. And whatever you like obligation you feel like ring of society, wrong, like, yeah, whichever level of society you think you're stuck in, whatever role you think you're not stuck. If you were called, if this is your calling, then you get out there and fucking do it, and you do it loud. Bottom line. If you're meant to do it, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You don't got to get anybody else's permission but God. You listen to what God tells you, not somebody else. It don't matter what they say. If God's pushing you to this, you keep pursuing it. Think global. You are being encouraged to spread your wings, Libra. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be. And so it'll be. You're on a peace mission. This is bigger than you. Understand. Blue angel, I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you. All is well. I told you you're protected. So if it's fear of collapse or calamity that you're struggling with right now, no more fear, because you're protected. Archangel Michael is here. Oh, double Archangel Michael? You got to be kidding me. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. So it's almost like you're protected. So it's almost like even those obstacles or even those things that you thought were in your way, they're not in your way. They're not in your way at all. He's taken them out. You're still responding to old fears. Compassion. When you show greater compassion towards yourself, the universe automatically responds by showering you with greater blessings. Compassion. 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 So what, you've messed up? So what, you've made mistakes? So what? Adventure. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, okay, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. There are different ways. There are different paths to the same goal. Improvise, right? It's not about planning. It's about setting your goal and staying focused on your goal and then just figuring and bumping your ass around the dark until you achieve it. That's what it is. It's like you probably planned. You probably had like a plan, the how things were going to go, right? And then and it didn't go that way, so you thought, I'm a failure. Don't ever make plans. People plan, God laughs. Stop making plans. Set those goals and have them so in your mind that it's like you live in that world already. And I promise you, you will find your way there. Vision. A positive outcome requires a positive vision. Visualize everyone involved in your present situation surrounded by light and love. Make sure to include yourself also. Your love has the power to influence and transform the current events. Faith and love in yourself. So I called an Aries friend the other day and I was telling her about, some things that I was scared of. She's like, so just keep trying. Just keep doing it. Just keep going. Harass them if you have to. I mean, that's Aries 100%. Like, they don't fucking stop. That's why it's so good to have people that are friends that are different than you, because you help each other. You help each other see different paths, different roads, different mentalities, and different realities. Protection. You are safe. Do not fear. We are always with you. We are with you always and surround you always with our invisible wings of light. God wants you to succeed. Don't you understand that? You're being set up for success, even if you have to take a few bumps along the way. Miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. If it hasn't worked before, try it again. Let's go to the extended. The link is below. See what wisdom is going to be popping with tarot. I'll see you guys over there.